got the sense, basically, that every time they said Hillary Clinton's name, that was the code word, right?
You know, the events of the last 24 hours have really been extraordinary. After the WikiLeaks dump, and it was revealed that, in fact, DNC officials, including Debbie Wasserman Schultz, had made disparaging remarks about Bernie Sanders, the Sanders people said, well, that confirms all of our theories about how the DNC had its thumb on the scale for Hillary. And there were calls for Debbie Wasserman Schultz to back down, step down. She ended up resigning. She's not going to appear at this convention at all. At first she said, oh, I'll gavel it in and then I'll turn my gavel over. But no, she was booed at her own Florida delegates meeting this morning. She has decided, and the Clinton campaign and the DNC have decided, that the only way to keep any semblance of unity is for her to depart. So she's turned the proceedings over to Representative Marcia Fudge, and Donna Brazile, a former DNC chair, will take over the DNC. The question was, once the Bernie Sanders people got Debbie Wasserman Schultz's head on a platter, so to speak, would they be willing to behave and be unified? And what you're hearing on the floor now is the answer is no.
Let's listen to some of that. So they are doing some chanting, holding up some signs in support of Sanders. And, you know, Sanders himself actually took some heat earlier in the day.
Sanders talked to his supporters earlier. He said, we have to make this radical transformation of society. But he said, this is the real world we live in. And in order to stop Donald Trump from being president, we have to support Hillary Clinton. As soon as he said that, big boos. So the question is, Sanders is speaking tonight, and we'll see what he says, and if anything he says can get his supporters to at least be quiet and respectful while they're here. There was reporting earlier in the day that the Sanders camp had reached out to the Clinton campaign saying they were worried that their supporters were planning to disrupt the proceedings tonight, and the subtext of that is he can't control them. So it'll be really interesting to see if Bernie Sanders even tries to get his troops in line.
And moreover, we have several headliners, right? It would be quite embarrassing if there's booing then.
Yes,
party.
if Michelle Obama, who's hugely popular with this crowd here, is booed, Elizabeth Warren is going to give the keynote speech. Up until now, we have considered her to be an absolute heroine of the left wing of the party, including the Sanders delegates. But despite what you're seeing in Philadelphia today, a new Pew poll shows that 90% of consistent Sanders supporters will vote for Clinton, so the base is unified. The delegates are not.
NPR political correspondent Mara Liasson, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Will they be able to bring us to heel? I don't know.